What's up, guys? Welcome to the Linecheck podcast. It's me, Brennan Villarreal, once again. I am your host, and today I'm in the studio with the owner of Sweetgrass. His name is Johnny Chhom, and he's going to be here today. And you know what I mean? It's really hot outside. And it's really hot in the studio right now.
Perfect example.
I don't even know why I'm wearing pants right now. I'm sweating from the back to the bottom of my ass.
Of course, I would forget to bring the freaking drinks. I left it at the door, man. Sorry about that.
Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about Sweetgrass, what it is?
So I own a freshly pressed sugarcane juice bar. If you haven't had sugarcane before, it's raw form of sugar pretty much. And we have a cold press machine that typically what people do is like sugarcane grows in like tropical areas, and you would chop them up. You would know, right? You're Latino, right?
Filipino.
You're Filipino.
Yeah.
I mean Philippines.
Yeah, Philippines. Yeah, they have it there.
We have a lot in common if you're living there.
Southeast
but sugarcane,
Asia.
you chew on it and you spit it out. But I have this machine that cold presses it out, and it's like an all natural sweetener, and so you mix it with like fresh fruits, and it just makes a really refreshing drink. And boy golly, do we know we could have used one today? You know,
It's a natural Gatorade, basically.
pretty much a natural Gatorade.
Yeah, it's just way better tasting.
Yeah, and so we mix it with fresh fruits, and pretty much everything on our menu is really, really good.
Calamansi.
Yeah, and we
watermelon
have
is
a
really
lot
good.
of also, because our concept is like tropical and exotic. We have a bunch of exotic fruits that we mix it with,
Dried
like
fruit.
dragon fruit and
Yeah,
things like
that's
that.
good.
And the drinks look aesthetically pleasing, and they're super duper refreshing. So who doesn't want to be refreshed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in California when it's
Yeah.
kind of weather,
Yeah, I got like a freaking sweat mustache underneath my mustache.
No, that's how today's feeling like
Yeah.
today, huh? Shit.
It's cool for the audience. That's one of our new, if you're a new listener. We used to make videos where we go to like small businesses and just do like a food
how we
Instagram
first.
thing.
So we met
Yeah.
while you had 100 followers,
And that was, we didn't even have a podcast yet. We were just like making food videos at places we like, and we went to Sweetgrass more than a year ago.
That's pretty
And
cool.
that's
man.
where I met Johnny, and then started going there after my long runs. I'm
Yep.
like, I
Yeah,
need some
man.
Sweetgrass.
That's exactly.
It's a
what you
natural
need.
electrolyte.
Yeah, we're moving. I think we're moving towards more all natural products these days, right? The lesser the ingredients, the better something is. So, I think there's a lot of room to grow for this concept.
Yeah, and you get all your sugar cane from Southeast Asia.
Yeah, so it's from Southeast Asia. So, like I said, because it's from a different like climate, typically you get a lot of exotic like flavors and things like that. So, growing it out there, it tastes a lot better while it's growing in like a different like climate.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
So we got a lot of.
How much do you get like a week?
What do you
Like
mean?
when you like get a.
How many sugar canes I go through?
Yeah.
Too much. So like there's a point in time where I was hitting up like freaking like Long Beach, like places that would compost, and I'd bring them some bags and stuff, and they'd be like, oh wow, dope, we're composting a bunch of this stuff, but at some point I sell so many drinks like you can't possibly compost that.
Yeah, I mean that's what you're just based off of.
Yeah, pretty much.
literally.
I hope to find some solutions down the line, but right now I don't. We'll see, They actually make, they make a lot of things out of sugarcane too. So it's a fairly different concept, and it's a very niche concept. Not everybody knows what it is really.
No, it's very like
Yeah.
new. Not a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
if you
people
can explain
know.
it to them that it's a raw form of sugar, like it's like naturally sweet, like it sounds kind of sweet because it has the word sugar.
Yeah,
in
and
it, you would think.
why don't you describe what like a sugar cane looks like?
Yeah,
People don't know what
it looks like a piece of bamboo.
Yeah,
I
it looks like
should have brought
bamboo.
one, but
Yeah.
it looks like a piece of bamboo, And like I said, you grow it, and it gets processed into what your table sugar that the granulated white sugar that you see, But before you strip of it all of its like natural properties, when we put it through a cold press machine, it actually comes with a lot of benefits as well, actually, So yeah, it's a raw form of sugar, and I think like I said, like we should go more raw when it comes to foods.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
so yeah, it's like I said, it's a very niche product, and like I said, if it has the word sugar in it, it kind of sounds sweet, but actually it's a lot more refreshing than it is sweet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about I always think about like coconut juice. but with more sweetener in it.
Yeah, exactly. And
exactly
that's kind
how
of our
it's-
top
yeah,
seller as
yeah.
well. We sell a ton of like coconut water
Mhm.
mixes with sugarcane juice, and it has a lot of electrolytes.
Yeah, it's
man.
so good.
It's
I
really
mean,
really good.
for anyone that's like an athlete, or if you're not an athlete and you're just fucking hot, or maybe you just work in a kitchen like I used to, and you want something
Oh,
to
man,
drink
yeah.
that's gonna like make you feel better, you should just drink some
Yeah,
sugarcane
especially
juice.
like so. Lately we've been doing a lot of like festivals, like Coachella, EDC, and like Cali Vibes Festival. We've been doing a lot of those festivals, and like it's an easy sell. Just
Yeah.
like hey, like you're looking to hydrate, right? Like,
Yeah, and it's also
here it
like
is.
colorful.
Yeah, and it's colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's naturally colored. So
Yeah.
like it just works, man. Like I think people are gonna find out about us. I love boba and milk tea as much as the next person too. But like what's not talked about is the amount of like carbs and sugars and kind of like syrups and things like that.
My boba face. I would get
And,
boba
yeah,
like
I love
every
boba.
day.
Don't get me wrong,
And
I still
I was
drink
like,
it.
like, oh shit, I'm drinking way too much boba.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not good
so-
for you.
exactly. But everything in moderation.
Yeah,
of
it's
course,
in moderation. Why don't you tell the audience about how you started? Like, what was the inspiration for starting Sweetgrass?
Actually, next month is going to be my 4-year anniversary since I
Oh.
started. So I'm a pandemic project.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know
so-
what's cool is basically everybody that we've had on this podcast
It started during the
started
pandemic.
during
It's
the
sick,
pandemic.
dude. Like during the pandemic, there's two ways you could have went about it, right? Like, because while the word pandemic is like everybody was kind of like running for the hills, or just like there's a lot of like scared.
Or boredom too.
Yeah, that part too, and out came a lot of people with like skills and talents. because
Creatives,
there was,
yeah.
creatives. It was always in some of us, but obviously
We were grinding. Didn't have the
That's
time
what it
to like
was.
pursue it.
that's what it was. And so
Mhm.
yeah, I started during the pandemic back in 2020. I was kind of down and out. I was probably not in the best like mental space, financial space, nor like a lot of things were uncertain during that time for me. So yeah, during that time I you was either gonna like get when you're backed into a corner, you're either gonna start swinging or you're gonna die. So I came up with this concept out of my apartment really, and I just designed this logo. And during the time where I designed my logo, I had in my head I wanted to kind of envision myself as like I was already there. Like I was already like a business owner. I just wanted to make sure that I held myself as like $1 million business owner, and so I helped, and it kind of made me be really professional with the way I did things. So I designed the logo. I started messing with some ingredients, and during that time, social media was really really helpful, because like you get a bunch of people. I was slanging these things, and I was
everyone was looking for something new or just something to do.
Exactly, yeah. I was sending them out to people, and most of it was friends and family, and so like a lot of them were really supportive of it. Like, oh yeah, repost, and they recommended to people. And then, at one point, like it got really popular. I couldn't even handle the orders anymore. So then I went and got a truck, my infamous Sweetgrass truck that I actually used to park at 10 Mile.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I actually started out at 10 Mile. Actually, that's where that's where everything really like kind of took off, because I had this dope looking like cute like ice cream truck that I had built. And then I met a lot of people during that time, man. Like I'm gonna give you the end of where I started now, but I kind of want to go back to the point of that truck. But yeah, after I saved every penny from that truck, like my clothes were tattered, dude. Like my credit card bills were like, man, I was in debt and things like that. But I was really convicted in what I wanted to do, and this is like the hardest I've ever worked. Like I'm like kind of a lazy guy too, which is weird because you see the really hardworking and grinder in myself, but like deep down inside I'm kind of a lazy dude. So I really kind of just put every ounce of my strength and all of my soul into this, and like I sacrificed my mental health, I sacrificed my time, I sacrificed my relationships, I sacrificed literally everything, every single part of me I sacrificed, and I really put in I put a lot of focus into this, and so my clothes were tattered, and I every day I was sitting in that truck, by myself, just like with a chip on my shoulder, like almost like sometimes I woke up with like Mamba mentality, right? I wake up and I wanted to just kill, like not literally kill, but like
Mamba mentality.
Yeah, like when you're on the
snake,
fucking
you're
court.
ready to
Yeah,
attack.
like when I'm working, I'm sharp, dude. Like I'm here to drop 60 points, and that's my mentality every single day when I woke up to, because like people, you know, all the time, like the restaurant industry, it ain't easy. It's not fucking easy. So I did this all by myself with the help of a lot of my friends who actually really believed in me. You know, shout out to all my friends and my family that sacrificed some of their time to help me reach my goals as well. You know, but I really could have done it myself. But you know, this whole idea started with myself, and then you know, from 2020 all the way out to 2022, in a span of 2 years, from being in debt with $0 to my name, I managed to open up a store. I saved every single penny. I saved every profit. I was really smart about it. I was really intentful, and I really had a fucking chip on my shoulder, bro. Like I was, yeah, I had a dog in me, bro.
Amazing.
I had that dog in me. Yeah, yeah. And so now I am 2.5 years into my store now, and like I said, I started in 2020, and we're sitting here in July of 2024. I started in July of 2024 as well, or August 1st actually. So next month will be my 4-year anniversary since I started this shit, dude. And it seems like it's been a really long time, but fuck, man, I haven't been doing it long.
Yeah.
And I'm really blessed, and I'm really like I'm blessed and really like appreciative of like all the luck that I've gotten to this point as well, you know, because I couldn't have done it without all the support as well of my peers, my family, people who just believe in the idea, or just people are just being nice and stuff like that. Like I'm so happy that like I think at one point, like I feel like you get what you reciprocate back, right?
Yeah,
you know, what you
exactly.
Get, what you put out into the world, you know. And you know, I'm not a perfect person, you know, and
nobody is.
Nobody is.
Yeah.
Nobody is, of course not. But you know, I had a lot of mindset changes during that time. I just wanted to become like a better person, and the day I decided to tell myself that I wanted to be better, you know, and be nicer to, and you know, be nicer to yourself, and just being more forgiving of, like, you know, your mistakes and things like that. I started to hold myself more accountable. I started getting all these like I started refortifying a lot of these character traits in myself, like you know, being accountable, being in control of your emotions. All these things helped me become a better person. And then it's no surprise, one surprise that I'm here in this position now with, you know, I'm about to open up my second shop very, very soon in the city of Carson. I'm about to open up my barbecue spot right next to my shop in Big Spills as well. So there's no surprise that I'm here, because like you know, like I think I tried my best to move with, you know, good intentions and whatnot, you know. At least I tried to, you know. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing it, dude.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
It's really hard work to open a business, and you know, you don't have like time off for yourself. It's like constant, just go.
It really is.
And
Almost
you have
to my
to have
detriment. Like I said,
I have the mama mentality.
I really sacrificed a lot of my mental health for this, and I'm still not like even like now I have to be now I have to take care of myself a little bit better, because like I think for the last 4 years,
I think that you put in the work, and it's like now you can kind of like, you're like a retired basketball player. Like you can kind of like, now you're the owner,
right? Yeah,
and then now you can like,
yeah,
you know, delegate.
I'm at a point of that right now, delegating. And I have to like, I've been working off of pure grit and determination, but you can't rely on that the entire time, because you run yourself into the
you'll
ground.
finally cave. Yeah.
So I'm kind of at that point right now. We're documenting this right now. Like I'm kind of speaking out loud right now, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm at that point right now. So like now it's my time for me to transition into making more smarter moves and things like that. And so sharpening up my fucking my skill set and my tools. And I can't wait for me to be better.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's the same for you guys as well, right? I mean, like I said, we met when you had only just like 100 followers or less, really. And you guys really took yourself like really professionally. I mean, the camera can't see it, but this looks great. And
thank you.
It seems like you guys take pride in your work.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I appreciate it for looking out.
No,
you know?
for sure. Yeah,
it's the little things, you know. People don't remind us that what we're doing is like good until someone says something.
It's just as good.
It feels good. You know, I'll take any kind of feedback.
Yeah, and especially if you like doing it.
Yeah,
and it comes
we do this. We put out an episode every day for a year and like 3 months.
Every day. That's dedication.
Every day, every week.
Every week. That's dedication.
I'm like, every day. That'd be insane. I would not have a life.
This day and age, like we had talked about prior to this too, as well as like, dude, content creation is the way, dude. That's the best way to get to in a state of commerce. Like if you're trying to sell something, it's advertisement, marketing, and social media has changed the game for all small businesses across the board of every industry. You know, like, you got like freaking like car salesmen, you know, like doing funny videos, or people people in real estate, right, making funny videos, and that's helping them sell. You know, at this day and age, like,
have you ever seen I Love You Man?
No,
with Paul Rudd and Jason Segel.
I haven't seen that.
So they're Paul Rudd is getting married. He's a real estate agent. He doesn't have any friends, so he's looking for a friend to be his best man for his wedding. So he meets this guy, Jason Segel. They become like really good friends.
It's in the commercial, but
yeah, they become really good friends. And then he asks Paul Rudd to take out a loan for him, and he doesn't tell him what the loan is for. And then he uses that loan money to put up funny billboard ads of him being a real estate agent, but it's like James Bond or like some really like kinky stuff. And he's like, "What the hell is this? I'm gonna take this down now. Like, I don't want my face all over the like LA and these funny billboards." And then ended up paying off because as cheesy as it was, everyone called him back and was like, "Hey, are you that one guy that says price to pay or something like that?" And he's like, "Can I get you to sell my home?" But it's just like it's like funny like that. People like cheesy shit because it's funny, and they're like, "I want that guy. Can that guy help me out?"
Man. And it's crazy because like you got the employees of these restaurants, right, making videos for them and stuff too, and like it works.
Yeah,
really
we're in a digital age.
It is.
That's interesting, and it seems like we're in the future from like a movie that came out in like 2000.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah. It's interesting right now. I'm still not used to it, but I'm getting used to it.
Right. Yeah.
So let's do like a little history lesson for sugarcane. Sure. Do you know where it originated from? I mean, I know that it started off. I think it was in. I'm blanking. I remember I read about this long,
or like just in
Southeast Asia, but it definitely got like colonized and then like shipped around to different areas. It might have been from Africa too.
There's plenty of places where it grows.
Yeah,
there's plenty of places where it grows, but I mean, like for me, it's like sugarcane. So I'm not doing anything new.
Yeah,
you know what I'm doing?
Yeah, it's been around for centuries.
Sugarcane's been growing in fucking dirt. Thousands since the dinosaurs, you know. And so like prior to this, so this is very popular in Southeast Asia, right? Sugarcane juice, and in many places like Hawaii and stuff like that. To anywhere that's tropical, you know, South America, and so forth. But prior to this, people would put it into like a little crank, you know, and you would juice out the juice and you throw it over ice and you drink it, and that's pretty much nature's candy, you know. But what the difference is, like I feel like where I saw opportunity when I had first came up with the idea was like how the boba boom, right? Like boba shops are very popular. You make it very aesthetically pleasing, and so like the people that were doing this before me were like mom and pa's, you know, like. So what I just did was I just branded it, pretty much what I did, you know, and that's where I saw the opportunity. And you know, how many sugarcane shops do you really know? There's not too many out there.
You gotta open one on the beach.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, that would be
freaking perfect, man. Like
that's something surfers would love to drink. Right,
I actually have this dope ass like little minivan out there. It's like a Honda, a Honda K truck. I don't know if you heard of K trucks. I got one parked out in front of it now. I was thinking about just pulling over to the beach and start slinging the things.
Huntington Beach. I mean,
it'll be sick. Put a little surfboard on.
I'm sure it would sell. It definitely would sell. It's like acai and smoothies like that.
It's the same.
It's like you don't have to wait for someone to blend like acai puree and like fruits and frozen shit.
Yeah.
This is already ready to go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Quick and easy, fast.
And I'm Cambodian, so people do that in Cambodia, right? And I think I also did something different too. I just started mixing in a bunch of different flavors, so that's kind of where I came in. I think that I did a lot of R&D with, which is research and development. I have a lot of very unique flavors that make a lot of sense. I think I'm following a lot of culinary rules of sweet goes with sour, so on and so forth. So I feel.
What's your favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor. I mean, our top selling flavor. Would you want to guess?
Is it watermelon?
It's coconut. But
coconut. Okay.
Coconut always sells and it'll never change. Okay. The last 4 years.
It is very good. I like that one
our
too.
Our coconut for the last 4 years have never changed. It's always been that top seller, but it's because coconut is really healthy for you. Like everybody, we should all be drinking coconut.
It's got all the potassium in there.
It really does, yeah.
Electrolytes.
So that's my top seller, and then watermelon, dragon fruit as well. But yeah, man, like
mango's also good.
Mango's also good. Every flavor on our menu from the least selling flavor, it tastes as good as the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. Just I always tell customers you can just close your eyes and just
Yeah.
go on the list.
Yeah.
Honestly, like they're gonna, you can't go
Yeah.
wrong.
There's one flavor that I have not gotten that I've been wanting to. I just haven't done it yet. Is the orange dream one.
That one right there.
Because
Oh,
I love 50/50 bars.
Yes.
Like I grew up eating that from the
Yeah,
ice
they
cream
use-
truck
yeah,
my
exactly.
entire life.
That's exactly
It's
what
so
I was
good.
going for,
Yeah.
and it tastes really good. You actually have to come by and try that. You owe it to yourself.
Yeah.
To come
I
by
wanna
and try
get
that
one of
shit.
those. I'll
Yeah,
get one
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, come on by.
Oh yeah, I
man.
didn't even mention where your location's at.
Oh
You're
yeah,
just
so
right
we're
off of
located in
Warsaw.
Bixby Knolls. We're not too far from each other
No,
here.
we're very close.
You know, we're pretty close to Ambitious Ales as well. Shout out to Ambitious,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I met Derek. But
And your shop used to be the fish and chips store.
it used to be a fish and
yeah,
chips.
because I grew up in that area.
Yeah, it was a really old,
Yeah,
dingy,
old, super
70s
old,
looking,
yeah.
like hole in the wall looking ass, like fish and chip spot, H Salt, you know. It was so
Yeah,
old
yeah.
and owned by some old folks. We gutted that shit out and fucking like, you know, and now it's really like I think it's pretty aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, the place is old. Like,
Yeah.
I never saw anybody in there, and I was like, "Is
That's
this place
crazy.
open like my entire life?"
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
It's like,
Yeah,
what is this? It's cool how there's kind of a lot of fish and chip stores
Yeah,
in this
it's just like a
area.
nostalgia
Because
thing
there's
or maybe
another
just,
one
yeah.
on, is it Pacific and Willow?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like in the corner next to a Chinese and
I know
donut shop.
exactly which one that is.
Yeah, I've never been there either, but that's been there my entire life
It
too.
really has.
Maybe
Never
I should
looked in
go
there.
try some fish and
Yeah.
chip spots and
There's some
in
hidden
Wrigley,
stuff,
see
hidden
what's up.
gems.
Yeah. So what plans do you have like for your new spots? Is it gonna be what's that barbecue spot?
Oh, so I'm actually
Yeah.
so like I said, I'm Cambodian, right? And Long Beach is has the highest concentration of Cambodian immigrants slash refugees other than in the home country of Cambodia, you know. I won't go down. I mean, I'm sure most people know the story of how we got here, but yeah, we got here during the 70s, during a war-torn Cambodia, and we didn't come here as immigrants. We came here as refugees, and there's a whole story behind it and things like that. I don't have to go down that rabbit hole because there's a lot to go. There's a lot to unpack
talked
here.
about it if you guys listen to the
there is a lot to
Cambodian
unpack.
cowboy episode.
I'm getting a little older, you know, like, so I'm first generation born here, right? And I'm getting a little older, and I think as a youngin, I didn't really understand of why our upbringing and like why, you know, we have so much like untreated trauma that I'm growing up with, you know. And as I've gotten older, I've kind of gotten like a lot more understanding of my identity. And I think when I dug into like the history of my people and things like that, it gave me a better sense of identity of who I am. And so like going back to the question of like I am opening up a barbecue spot right next door to my shop, and I'm gonna be selling Cambodian food.
Nice.
And I just feel like this is a whole nother conversation that I'm gonna mention that I think not a lot of people have mentioned or said anything about. But like I said, we're in Long Beach, right? And there's a lot of Cambodians here. So I've grown up in Long Beach. You know, in the last several decades, I think every single like couple years, a lot of Cambodian restaurants, a lot of those folks are like old, right? They came here during the 70s, and they're really old, and they're getting ready to retire. And a lot of their kids and grandkids don't want to take over their business, and so a lot of these have been shutting down one by one.
Yeah,
I can
notice.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's been noticing it, but I can name them like one by one in each like part of the east side. And so like I like my pessimistic view on like the culinary arts of Cambodian food, I think it's kind of dwindling and it's kind of going down. Hot take.
I know. I agree with you. I have some friends that have told me that, and I was like, when is like a really dope Cambodian spot?
It's gonna take somebody in my generation.
No, like shame to like the other restaurants.
Right. And
they're
don't
amazing.
get me wrong.
They're amazing in their own right.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
But
There's a lot of us doing it.
Where's there gonna be another Cambodian restaurant that's like ran by someone younger that wants to like help push it and elevate it, bring it to like a broader spectrum.
Southeast Asians, I think, are the most underrepresented and most underrated group of Asians. You know, we know our East Asians, you know, Japanese, Korean, and Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. You know, like I think once people like understand the differences of how many different types of Asian Filipinos, right? We're all Southeast Asian. I feel like a lot of people are like, I feel like honestly, in a way, it could stop Asian hate too. Like the more people understand, and the more it takes for people like ourselves to kind of like put ourselves out there and have a better sense of your identity, you'll be able to kind of like show people like who you are and things like that.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, so I am opening up a Cambodian spot. It's gonna be called the Golden Skewer, and our the menu that I have that I'm going to choose, and I'm actually I am a pop up now. You know, I sell every Sunday at Smorgasburg.
Yeah, I know of this. I just didn't know that was you.
It's really good. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, we can have
that's awesome.
we can invite you back over. We can talk about that too.
It looks delicious.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It tastes as good as it looks.
Okay, wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
What is you use it to like marinate meats?
So it's called
lemongrass.
It's lemongrass.
Yeah,
that's our secret ingredient.
Too?
There's turmeric in there. So Cambodians have this thing which is unique to us, which is called kurung. It's a paste that we use to marinate meats, all types of meats, and then like I think that's unique to Cambodians, and so it's made mainly of lemongrass.
It's like a mother.
Really freaking good.
It's like not a mother sauce, but it's like a mother spice, mother rub.
Oh yeah, it's so good. It makes me want to slap somebody.
Yeah.
So that's I think is on the come up. And that's kind of what our flagship product is going to be, which is our beef stick, lemongrass beef sticks.
Yeah, I saw those.
They're really freaking good.
Yeah.
And like, so I sell these out of Smorgasburg, LA, every single Sunday for the last almost 2 years now, and because there's no Cambodian representation in LA, you know, like I've even Googled on Yelp Cambodian restaurant, there's none. Okay, so we're the first and only people selling Cambodian lemongrass beef skewers on a really big stage in LA, and when people try it, they come back to us and be like, I've never had anything like this before. It's really good, you know. No sauce needed. You don't need to dip it in no hot sauce, no soy sauce, nothing. You know. Shout out to all my other skewer people, but like I convinced me that we're not the best skewers. Convince me.
Said it.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it, but it does look really good, and I've heard only good things.
If I showed you the amount of ingredients that we use and the amount of like of hard work and craft that gets put into the way we make it, like I'll show you a video of how we make it. You're gonna be like, man, I don't want to make that, but I would appreciate somebody making that for me, because that's a lot of love being put into the freaking what we do. And so like, I think it's really good, and we're gonna open up soon. And I picked a menu of the most palatable Cambodian food that I can potentially offer everyone to taste, you know, because like, you know, you hear about like some of the stuff that we have can be like really fermented and things like that, because we're in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I had my friend, he told me that there's like a fermented pork.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised of how many things we can ferment. You know, in a place where, you know, they grew up without like refrigeration things, you have to figure out ways. You know, Filipinos have a shit ton of fermented food. You know, South Asians in general have a lot of fermented food. So, where was I getting at there with this? Oh yeah, I didn't want to bring the stinky stuff, and so my menus can be full of things that are very, very, very palatable.
It's approachable. Yeah,
it's approachable, and it could be appreciated by everybody.
Tongue.
Yeah. So
that's important. Yeah, I totally agree.
The
with
Golden
you.
Skewer and Sweetgrass.
Building like a successful business is drawing in crowds, not just from the Cambodian community, but from everybody. And then also giving them like, hey, this is Cambodian food, you know.
And what's crazy to me is when I had first came up with this concept, right? You know, I'm Cambodian, like I said, you know, and my peers are Cambodian, and I was explaining this concept to some of my peers, and they're like, you're gonna sell beef sticks, like Cambodian beef sticks, like that's so common, like. Mind you, that we're in a bubble here, like Cambodian beef sticks. Yeah. So you're selling beef sticks, and you're like, oh, like why would you sell that for? You know. So for me, but my vision was that like I was gonna take it and sell it to other people, because a lot of people haven't seen it before, you know. So I feel like a lot of people's what's gonna hold a lot of people back is not having the open-mindedness, or what's the word I'm looking for, like not being open-minded, or just like a lot of people,
or just not being educated.
When you approach somebody with a certain idea, right, you bring it to your friends or your peers, whatever it is, and they say, and some people will go about it two ways. One, they either say like of ways it could go wrong and ways it could go right, you know. And when I bring up an idea, sometimes like a business idea, people automatically, for some reason, not always, but some people will always go find out ways where it couldn't work, you know. So the way I changed my belief and the way I think was, I started thinking of ways things can work, you know, and everything really is not, there's nothing that's impossible, right? And once you have that mindset, it kind of sounds corny, but like I really mean it. Like when you start looking at ways of how things can work, it unlocks a certain part of your brain where like like there's less doubt, you know. And there's two types of people that's going to be out in the world, and my conviction was stronger than theirs, and that's how I started selling these beef skewers that somebody said I couldn't do, and now I'm out selling it every single weekend in LA, and there's many people trying it out that's never had it before. So I'm exposing new food to people, and you know their mindset was that like it's common, but like it ain't.
Yeah.
Not everybody knows who we are, so that's where that's where I saw things. That's where I saw my opportunities. You know, there's so much opportunities that's in front of us, and I feel like if you think in a certain like negative way where there's not enough, there's no abundance. You just have to have that mindset. You know.
You just got to do it like
Right.
well.
Right.
You know, just take it to like
Believe
the
in
100th
yourself, yeah.
degree and just be like, hey, this may just be a regular beef stick, but I'm gonna make it the best beef
Yeah.
stick
And
I
I'm
can
a good
make,
salesman,
and people
man.
are gonna
Yeah.
want to eat this all the time.
Yeah. So, you know, and then the next, you know, if you want to teach your team how to like, I'm a really good salesman, man. Like, I wish I was in front counter all the time, but the boss can't be in the front counter, you know. But yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff that that I want to introduce to people that Cambodians haven't done yet. Like, and one thing I wanted to mention, this thing here, this is my new project right over here too. I want you to try it on camera. You haven't had this
Yeah.
yet. I just introduced this to
Okay.
you. So this is my next baby right over here. It's called Cowboy Pepper Chips, and they're chips made out of peppers. People love hot Cheetos. People love spicy shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
Are
hot
you one of
Cheetos.
those people?
I like
I want
hot
you to try
Cheetos,
this.
yeah.
Try this out and let me know what you think. And they're actually really they're real Thai peppers, and they look really scary. But you know what? They're not as scary as they look actually, and they're really fun because like they look scary, and then also there's like a ASMR effect to it. Crunching in front of the camera, and you'll get the best crunch, dude.
All
Try it
right,
out.
let's see how spicy this is.
Yeah.
This is good.
They're
It's,
good, huh?
yeah, it's like sesame seeds and
Yeah.
like little sugar.
You're good. Yeah, you're
Crunch.
Yeah, you have a good palate since you're able to figure that out. Pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something that most people haven't had before, dude.
It is spicy now.
Yeah. Hey, we
It's starting to kick in the back
Right.
of my throat.
But you know, like there's Cheetos, you know, there's Takis and things like that. But those are all processed, you know, highly processed.
One thing I'd probably recommend is definitely don't rub your eyes after you
Oh,
eat
yeah.
these ones.
But yeah, man, like yeah, this is these are some things that I feel like I can introduce to the world as well, just based off.
This is good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's all spicy. It's getting
Yeah.
spicy now. It's good though.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
I guess I'm a serial entrepreneur right now.
doing all the things.
Yeah, but now I'm trying to dial it down a little bit now.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to.
Well, I'm excited for Golden Skewer.
Yeah.
I'm excited for your 4 years of Sweetgrass.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Thank you
on
so
all
much,
those
yeah.
things. Like, it's just awesome to see where you've come and how you're building yourself and continuing to build yourself, and you know, also representing your heritage, which to me is very important as I'm trying to do the same thing with Filipino food. So it was really good to have you on the podcast
Thanks,
today.
man. Thanks
It
for
was
having
a
me.
pleasure. I'm
Thanks for
definitely gonna
meeting.
come in and get some Sweetgrass, and we get the Orange Dream one.
Yeah, if
when
it's
I
hot,
come in,
man,
get it
pull up.
tomorrow. Everybody go to Sweetgrass, especially right now. It's fucking hot,
Yeah.
and you know, trust me, you'll enjoy it. So we'll see you guys next time. This is Johnny from Sweetgrass, and we'll check you out. Bye.